Crane and the Cowboy talking politics again. Here we are late May, Patrick. The primary season just about over. But as in 2008, a funny thing happened on the way to Hillary Clinton's coronation. In 2008, it was Barack Obama. Now, Bernie Sanders isn't going away.
I know a 74-year-old socialist is beating her in the sense of he's still there. He's got plenty of delegates. He's got enough money to keep going. And he's just going to hang around because, as I've said before, he wants to influence this party and turn it as far left as he can. And that's going to be the price for his support.
We have been talking to you for several weeks now about the possibility that the FBI investigation could lead to an indictment. It is beginning to look now, Patrick, less and less like that's going to happen before the real general election cycle starts in, say, August.
Yeah, I still believe it's going to happen after the last primary and before the convention, because you just don't let something like this hang around like this. They want to get it off their plate, and I think there's going to be pressure to do so.
Well, the question then is, Hillary is leading, but if she has to step down under that cloud of suspicion, again, if it happens, do we go to Bernie Sanders, 21 states won, a lot of delegates, over 1,000, or Joe Biden to the rescue?
Well, think about if you're a Sanders supporter. You fought you're fighting a good fight. And all of a sudden, the superdelegates that you hate are going to come in and take the nomination away from you. That would be even worse than anything that's happened on the Republican side.
Are we going to see, 1968 all over again, all sorts of protests, and maybe even violent protests?
Oh, I think there's going to be protests at both conventions. The question is, are they going to go and if Hillary is kind of shoehorned in there, how mad are they going to be? If they don't get anything for their hard work, they might just stay home. And there's a lot of working people out there that might be voting for Bernie, aren't party activists. They might go to Trump.
Now, this is really, it is speculation a bit on our part, because we don't know what James Comey at the FBI is thinking, how long that investigation is going to go. But let's just say your theory, if it's going to happen between the convention and the kick or the primaries and the convention, what do the delegates pledge to Hillary do?
That's an interesting question. Nobody's asked that yet.
I just did.
Well, in the sense of you don't hear it talked about in the media.
They're afraid to even pose the question.
I think they're afraid it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Mm-hmm. There's rules, just like the Republicans. Are you bound on the first ballot? Would she withdraw, release her delegates? I mean, the Democrats have a different system than Republicans, so that might be the case. It would certainly throw the race into immediate chaos. Bernie would claim the mantle, saying, wait a second, you mean you're going to put somebody in here who didn't even do all the hard work and campaigning for over a year? I don't think so.
Now, here's what's interesting about this, if you think about it. The process of being a delegate really could have gone on months ago before Bernie Sanders, A, was really imminent in the race, or B, contending. So you could have some real left-leaning Hillary Clinton delegates who might want to jump on the Bernie train.
It's like anything, If you're going to create more chaos by trying slipping somebody in there, that might be worse. I've said it all along. Both parties are going through a change. And everybody thought at first it's just on the Republican side. The Democrats are going through a bigger change because, to me, it's the old baby boomers of the Sanders, the Hillary ilk are now contending with the young millennials, their next generation, and their next generation is not marching in lockstep.
All right, coming up, we're going to talk about, has the president taken his agenda just a little bit too far by going into our schools? Crane and the Cowboy coming back.